Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Robertson coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Bears will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Etienne. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge. They're dogs.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Motion from the offense. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Beck. Got his man quickly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. This is a really good call because that angle route is tough to cover, especially on a 3rd down.
And that's a really tough route to cover because the running back looks like he's going to the flats and then cuts it right to the middle of the field. Easy pitch and catch from quarterback to running back to get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Etienne. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Might as well stick with him. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Bulldogs have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw, it's back. Pass on the way, it's picked off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Number 91, set to advance on the football. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go right back to the run. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 6, Baylor 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Here comes the option. The pitch. It's a fumble on the play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hawkins. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They'll run it from the gun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Pressure coming. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Quickly complete. He stopped almost immediately. Didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the air. It's back. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hauls it in. Spins away from one. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Lovett. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Looking to buy time. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. The Bears will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver shows motion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia.
Second down coming up. Looking for a man. It's Beck. The throw. Makes his connection. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Catch in the middle. It's dealt. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They go to the ground. Fakes his man out. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this route.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Baylor 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Dogs haven't just been hungry, they've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Bears are in the hurry-up. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocking perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wants to throw. It's back. Zings it complete to the right. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Got him past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Give to the running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Right back to the well. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off play action. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw, it's back. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Washington. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, why?
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Badgers will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Looking for a huge play. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the gun, running back on the move. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Now, a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Howard. He'll throw it. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Quick strike complete. Great move. Now he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Howard. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Wisconsin 3, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first down.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to pass. It's locked. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance. And Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, but don't put the ball in harm's way.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Fighting off the defender. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw. It's Locke. Flips it out in the flat. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
After settling for 3 on that first drive, you want to give the other side a big momentum boost, a big confidence builder. Kick another one. It's 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He's going to bring it out from deep. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking it at the end zone, making a huge play.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Wisconsin 10, Ohio State 7.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's locked. It's complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Running it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they did.
And the Badgers send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Roll that offense back out there. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get...
There's a live football. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw, it's Howard. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he makes the grab, but can't get the foot down in the field of play. Almost had 6 there.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll try to do it himself. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
These guys aren't human aid. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Buying some time. Got out of trouble and throws. The short hands. It's Ibuka. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Howard. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Now improvising. Caught near the sticks. It's Ibuka. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Badger. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wide out in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They give it to him again. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
At the 10-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Movement here from the tight end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Wisconsin! That would have put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.